Welcome to Learning Unit 8-2. So we're going to solve all the same problems that we did in Learning Unit 8-1. We did that based on cost. We're going to solve them again with based on selling price, so you can see the difference. Number one, Irene Westing bought her desk for $400. She plans to sell it for $600. We're going to look at the dollar markup and the percent markup on selling price, and then we'll check the answer. So let's see what that comes up to be. We have the same facts. We're going to be solving for the dollar markup on selling price, so numbers are going to be a little bit different. The dollar markup is going to be the same. We take the selling price of $600 minus the cost of $400 is going to give us that dollar markup of $200. But then to find the percent markup on selling price, we take that dollar markup of $200 and divide it by $600, the selling price, instead of the $400, the cost, which leaves us with a 33.3% markup on selling price. So we've got Suki. She has her dolls. She bought them at a cost of $12. She desires to make a 35% markup on selling price. So we need to calculate the selling price for each doll and the dollar markup, and then we'll check our answer. So when we look at the blueprint, we have the same facts. This time we're going to be solving for the on selling price number. So we're going to be looking for what is that selling price. And it's going to be our cost divided by 1 minus the percent markup on selling price. So we're going to calculate that selling price, and we're going to come up with $18.46. To figure out what the dollar markup is, we take the $18.46, we subtract out the cost of $12, and we end up with $6.46. We can check this by taking the cost of $12 divided by 1 minus the percent markup on selling price of 0.35. So we get 12 divided by 0.65, and we get $18.46. Number 3, again, we have the same numbers. We have a calculator line that is $14 each. Jay wants a 40% markup on selling price this time to make his desired profit. So let's look at how to calculate all of what Jay needs. So there's the blueprint, and the selling price is $14. The markup on the selling price is 40%. So we're going to be solving for what that cost is, and you can see that we have the selling price of $14 equals the cost plus 40% times the quantity of $14. That brings us down to the cost equals $8.40. We can check this by taking the selling price of $14 times 1 minus the percent markup on selling price of 40%, which leaves us with 60%, or 0.6. So we have 14 times 0.6 equals $8.40. Number 4, Dan Flo sells wrenches for $10 that cost $6. What is Dan's percent markup at cost, round to the nearest tenth, and what is Dan's percent markup on selling price? And we're going to check our answer. So we have for his cost, you've got $4 divided by $6 is going to be 66.7%. For selling price, you've got that same $4, but you're dividing it by the $10 for the selling price this time instead, and that is 40%. You can check that for your cost. You've got the 40% divided by 1 minus 40%, which again leaves you with 66.7%. Or for the selling price, you have 0.667 divided by 1 plus 0.667, which leaves you with 40% as well.